boy, what a week, and what a game we're going to have here. We're back on the cast with HiveTG once again, a crowd favorite, climbing the ladder all the way up to 800, playing here up against Divineknight, who is playing as a cavalry civilization, but not the Franks, which is interesting considering that they have knight in their name. Over here on the standard ranked Arabia, playing up against HiveTG, who is being scoped by this red scout, playing as the Franks, as red apparently is clicking not up to feudal age because, okay, well, now they're going up, and they're going to be about 2 minutes late. I'm not sure if it's because they forgot or they were just low on resources. Might have something to do with the IOTC time, because Divineknight has about 1 minute, 25 seconds compared to the 33 seconds of IOTC time coming here from HiveTG. And it looks like red is going to stay scouting on blue to see what they're going. But we are playing Franks. So can you guess what a Franks player on Arabia would be going in terms of the military aggression? Is it spearmen? Is it skirmishers? Is it scouts? I think it's scouts. Blue going to get some little vision over here from red. On the top side, going to see a little house poking out. But it looks like they might be on auto scout, so it might take a while to find red, but no worries at all. The Magyar player is going to harass a villager, harass two villagers that might go down. No. Mind games coming in here from red. They got to use every advantage they can because they are behind to feudal age by quite a bit. Are now on 21 villagers compared to the 23 villagers here from HiveTG. As they're going to go too stable. They're quite behind on food, so it might take a little bit of time to start scaling the scouts. And it looks like an archery range is coming in here from red. I don't know if Magyars get any archery tech at all in terms of bonuses. I know that they're primarily a cavalry archer civilization. Tend to not see too many archer things going on with Magyar for standard Arabia, but who knows? And it looks like blue is able to see everything they need to see in terms of where to attack if they do end up getting any military out at any point in time. And the farms are starting to scale. Blue claps back at a red villager, which is revenge for the woodline fiasco that happened about 2 minutes ago. Speaking of woodline fiasco, we got a sheep over here checking out dead ace of the working villagers, and oh my god, it's actually literally trapping a villager. It's like literally reducing the efficiency. Oh, look at Jesus Christ! It's literally reducing the efficiency of the woodline. And HiveTG is just going to leave it there. Not going to eat it. Unlike some people, apparently he is not an eco-terrorist. I mean, look at this. When this villager is going to be done chopping wood, it's going to like literally get stuck and have to like do this whoop all the way around just to deposit it. So let's see how long this takes and where this goes. I don't care about the scouts that are on the map right now. The 4 coming in. I just want to see how long of a walk he takes to dump off this wood. Here we go. We're almost there. Oh, no. He already... Okay. No. Yes. Okay. HiveTG realizes it's a mistake. Brings sheep back in. And they're going to go forward for a little attacky-tacky. But red also going to go scouts. 4 in the queue. 2 on the field. And it looks like we're going to have a scout war. A little scout war. A little horse war. Walls are not going to get finished. Blue chases. Blue might deny the wall. Blue does deny the wall. Blue sees a stone. Going to try to snipe the villager on the stone. And they might get it. Red scout comes in. Red scout dies. Red villager dies. So that's a 2-0 HiveTG. Red panics as they queue up 4 spearmen for the defense. They're going to go back and try to finish the wall. And the scouts from blue are going to continue to harass the villagers. All the scouts do not attack one villager, which is the most efficient way to kill villagers. And are they going to get a third kill? Yes, they do. Scout fight. Villager fight. Villagers do not fight back. HiveTG going to go and attack. They're going to split up. Going to keep the pump going with the villagers as they're approaching 33 villagers. Little miss micro there as the scout goes down. Scouts now in the field for red as they clap back. And more villagers going down. Katie 4-1 in Hive's favor, now 5-1. But the villagers are going to fight back. Some might call it a revolution against the scouts, as there are now 28 villagers on the field for red, with the TC not pumping. Red shook. Well, Hive is sitting pretty back home with 34 villagers and 3 in the queue. Really, really nice food game coming in here from Hive, and really, really nice farm scale. And already got the wood upgrade, so we are sitting pretty to go up to Castle Age. We just need to wait a little bit, and I'm sure that Hive will not spend any more food to compromise that Castle Age go up, but they are missing a market or a blacksmith. So maybe these 2 villagers might get that, as it looks like the scouts get cleared out by a few spearmen. Production upgrades and bloodlines now coming in for blue. As here we go, we got the blacksmith going up for HiveTG. It looks like they might be playing a little bit of defense. They're going to wall tip to tip, and I think as soon as this blacksmith goes up, the Castle Age can come in. Let's see if Hive. Yes, wow, look at that. That's a nice. That was actually really nice to have the wherewithal to know the Castle Age is coming in. And I think from here you just chillax. You spam knights. Maybe you get one more stable, but 2 stable is actually perfectly fine for getting knights. And you get the dub. And I think that in this case, I think that getting spearmen is good. Walling up is good. So red also playing competently. Would like to see this wood line getting balanced with another lumber camp. HiveTG thinking the same thing. And they don't want to take any chances, okay? They're going to wall up tip to tip on the right-hand side. And it looks like they're going to... Well, I don't know if this is a starting scout. Maybe not, but another scout in the field. I would like to see an early stable come in. I would like to see a little bit more gold come in for HiveTG to get the knights pumping, if that's what we're going to do. You know you got to get a little bit more gold than 340 to keep that pump pumping. But also, they're quite ahead economically. So if you open up with just a second TC, maybe over here on the stone, that's fine. Nothing wrong with that. And looks like our red player has way too much gold at this point. Then they need to balance that by getting more people onto food, because they are quite late to Castle Age at this point. Harassment has stopped, so that does give them a little bit of time to fix their eco. And it looks like they're thinking of getting a defensive castle, but they're really, really far from Castle Age at this point. HiveTG opens up with a defensive TC in the back. Holy mackerel! What are we doing here? What in the world are we doing here? And what in the world is going on? We're on 3 TC Hive. Hive Green gets punished as the Red Scouts are going to shred. They do queue up 3 spearmen, but honestly, I think at this point you just go knights. I mean, you got the knight access. You got 1,000 food, 420 gold. You just go knights and you clear out the scouts with the knights. But spearmen not a bad choice either. But this 3 TC boom is nuts. It is crazy. And what's even crazier is that I still see no knights in the queue from blue. Because honestly, that's probably all you need to do to end the game. I mean, look at red. We're on 313 food. Not even sure if they have a market yet to dump that gold they got. But if they dump that gold and buy food, they're up to Castle Age. Red keeping blue honest, but the wall off comes in, and we got 15 goddamn villagers in the goddamn queue. This is insane. This is Hera level stuff. Love the 3rd stable, but knights should be coming in any year now from HiveTG, and there we go. We got 5 knights in the queue, ladies and germs, and the TC boom is pumping. We're talking about 12 villagers in the queue compared to 2 from red, who was still 2 miles away from castle. This blue scout is going to go outside and run into the corner. No, they run away. One scout gives chase, and these knights should absolutely shred these feudal age scouts. And red gonna run, and they also know that knights are already on the field, which is good. Which means that red's gonna get even more spearmen. I bet you it's out of one barracks. Yes, it's out of one barracks. It's unfortunate. Got 2 archery ranges coming in, which is good because we do know that archers and skirmishers counter knights. So good play there by red. And the knight pump is still coming in. But speaking of the knight pump, the villager pump is coming in. Blue need to micro this because feudal age spearmen in this number can actually counter knights. So don't forget that, ladies and germs. And the knight pump has stopped, but the villager pump is still going. We're approaching 60 villagers for HiveTG. And red is going castle. Economy absolutely popping off for HiveTG. As we see wheelbarrow now come in. A few aggro villagers, but nothing wrong with that. For those of you who don't know watching the stream, you can use Shift Dot to select all idle villagers. And something else that some of you watch the stream may know is that whenever you get the palisade walls nice and down, you want to go tip to tip, ladies and germs. Especially if you're playing against a player who is going to spam cavalry archers like crazy. Oh my god. HiveTG reading my mind and playing at the 1200 elo level. On the 3 TC boom. Knights popping off. And this is insane. 60 villagers, right? Red getting ready on the defense. Going to go outside and get a little bit more gold. I would have loved to wait and get a TC on the outside instead. Woodline over here looking absolutely awful. But look at this. This is some high elo stuff coming over here. They do close up the gaps, which is good. Going to caulk up that hole. But knights are on the move, and the timer is ticking for red. They want a castle, and they can get one in about 4 seconds. And defensive castle will honestly be really, really good in the situation for red because they're about to, well, they read my mind as well. I have no idea how many villagers are going to come and get this, but blue is knocking at the door. Not sure if this is going to be enough spearmen, but blue's going to bust! And they bust in the door. Not sure if this is going to be a good fight for blue. I think it's going to be okay. It might, we'll see. Some knights going down, but only 0-1 spearmen left. Hive peels off. Castle canceled. That's a good move. And red panicking. They're going to start getting upgrades for archers. I don't think that's the priority. Wow. Town Bell comes in for red. Which is better than getting your villagers slaughtered. Panic Castle should be canceled. HiveTG dabs on him and is ready to click up to Imperial, but doesn't. Gets 15 more knights into the queue. 4 spearmen in the queue now out of 1 barrack for red. Things are going down the shitter pretty fast. There's more knights stream in, but all the knights are going to die to not only villagers but TC fire. Pikeman punches a knight in the thigh, and that knight does go down. So things might be falling apart here for Revisioner, as now this Panic Castle is going to come in, but knights are attacking the villagers. They're terrorizing the pikemen. Pikemen actually taking a good fight. I'm not sure Revisioner knows it. And Hive falling apart here, ladies and germs. He can't handle the pressure. But what he can handle is a 65 villager economy. Does need to dump some of that wood. I would like to see maybe Monastery and Stable, and then go up to Imperial, which wouldn't be so bad. Maybe balance the wood line a little bit, but a lot of stuff going on for a lot of people. And the Knight Pump does not stop. It doesn't stop for anybody. Blue in a pretty bad situation. The only thing they have going for them is a defensive castle. I think, honestly, maybe you get a few more people on stone. You get some forward siege coming over here for blue. And some villagers get contracted to repair and upgrade this wall with a gate made out of stone, which is good. And blue's just going to sit back and chill. Villagers walking around the map. Holy mackerel. HiveTG found the gap. They're going to run in the gap. Second barracks try to come in here from red. Looks like Hive denied as they're going to chase down the villagers and continue terrorizing the citizenry. Not sure why red hasn't GG'd at this point. Town Bell comes in. Jesus Christ. And the villagers are going to run in the TC, which, like I said, it is better than getting your villagers killed, so I do respect that. The mill's going to go down. And cavalry archers are now in the field, which is good. They can micro down these knights if HiveTG is not paying attention. And HiveTG should be clicking up to Imperial any year now, as they are approaching 2,000 food and 1,000 gold. And they're going to spend money on the attack upgrade instead. Not sure if they even have the required buildings to do this. They do get one university and one monastery. Here comes Imperial for red. Not red, but blue rather. And not going to be a great fight with these pikemen in the mix. Maybe some TC fire. Hive falling apart on the castle fire. But the queue has stopped for red, who at this point can continue pumping out villagers if they want to, but they're going to prioritize other things like defense and military, which I like. I like a lot. Playing on the back foot. And everything going really, really well for HiveTG, as it looks like they're now working their way up to not only a castle drop, but also getting the relics, which does generate gold, which is nice. And more upgrades coming in for the knights. And the villager pump is just wild for HiveTG, who surprisingly somehow has had more idle TC time than red. But you know, when you get the pump going on from the idle TC, from the 3TC, you don't need to pump for like that long. And I'm not sure if red is going to GG here. It does appear they are away from keyboard, and maybe they're not playing at all. I think that might be the case. Who knows? Nothing in the queue. We're just collecting resources, and maybe it's one of the situations where they don't want to quit and just walked away and going to let HiveTG experience the fun of dropping a forward castle with more stables. So let's see how HiveTG handles an opponent who is away from keyboard. No, they're not away from keyboard. We got 5 more villagers in the queue now for red. Imperial finally comes in, but red continues to fight. As now, Cavalier comes in for blue. Crop rotation is really nice when you get the farm skill pump in with the Franks. First relic now coming in for blue on the map. And we are ready for a castle drop, so I'm not sure if blue is planning on going forward to lay down this castle somewhere. I imagine the foundation should be coming up at some point. Blue staying in the game, fixing the economy. Does have the castle here to protect. And 5 cavalry archers. One of them is about to die. Blue just prepping the army, and it looks like the villagers are on the move for a castle foundation in a place where the trebuchet would not range the opposing castle, which is an interesting choice, but it is going to deny the forward gold for red. So let's see how red reacts as the villager queue is continuing to pump. For some reason, the cavalier queue has stopped. Blue has a lot of resources they can continue to spend for that. And red gonna run away from these 2 pikemen, but the cavalier should shred. And Bodcanero coming in to give more range to the cavalry archers that should die pretty easily to these cavalier. And it looks like red did catch the castle drop here coming in. And they know what's going on. Red getting another forward defensive castle, which is a really interesting strategy when the player who you're playing against is already an Imperial. The castle does not get canceled. It gets killed by HiveTG! Oh my god, things are falling apart here for red. As the Cavalier continue to attack. Paladin comes in. Stable queue. Empty for HiveTG. Town bell unclicked. Pikemen are probably not going to do the job at this point. Villagers continue working. We're scared there a little bit from the single pikeman who was coming in. The cavalry are going to shred. More cavalry archers now coming out. And Red does not want to experience the pain of getting shred down, so they are going to call the GG. That was a really, really nice game from HiveTG. I'm not sure if you would call the 2 TC opening in the back greedy. I certainly wouldn't, but you be the judge.